I'm Sylvia Gaetan, and we'll be presenting the pros of animals in public captivity. So, starting off with types of zoos. First two I'd like to talk about is the urban and suburban zoo. Urban zoos are located in large cities, but still remember smaller zoos from 200 years ago. They are often located in the middle of cities, making it difficult to expand. Urban zoos have little room to grow, and many of the buildings are now landmarks that cannot be destroyed or redesigned. Urban zoos tend to have smaller enclosures, and it is argued that urban settings are cruel because of the noise and pollution surrounding the area. Suburban zoos, on the other hand, are more open-range zoos that give animals more territory to roam and provide more natural-feeling habitats. Building realistic habitats is called landscape immersion. The San Diego Zoo is the largest zoo in the U.S. It's a suburban zoo that houses more than 4,000 animals and 800 different species. They separate animals into natural-style landscapes like tundra and bamboo forest. Safari parks are larger than urban zoos. In a safari park, visitors can drive their own cars to see non-native wildlife in large enclosed areas. This allows the animals more space than the traditional enclosure. Fuji Safari Park is in Japan. This offers a traditional zoo as well as a drive-through park. Fuji Safari Parks also offers night tours to see nocturnal animals in their more natural habitat. Game reserves. Game reserves are large areas of land where ecosystems and native species are protected. Their protection allows animals to live and reproduce at natural rates while roaming free. Many game reserves are located in Africa. Most are open to the public, and tourists commonly take sightseeing safaris. The Gondwana Game Reserve in Africa offers all of Africa's big 5 species: lions, leopards, rhinos, and water buffalo in one place. The park is 24,710 acres and has a naturally occurring diverse ecosystem, so there is no need for landscape immersion. Petting zoos. Petting zoos are a zoo at which visitors, especially children, may handle and feed the animals. Petting zoos feature domesticated animals that are gentle enough for children to pet and feed. Sheep, goats, donkeys, and rabbits are common petting zoo animals. Fairs or carnivals. These types of zoos are found at parks and inside of larger zoos. Sometimes mobile petting zoos travel with fairs or carnivals from city to city. So the pros of captivity. The first pro is medical care. Good examples of these benefits are proper nutrition and medical care for injuries of species that may not get them for themselves for some reason. Also, these animals are supervised by zookeepers and staff who are willing to help them in the event of an emergency. Another pro is research. Once having the animals in captivity, studies and research may be performed on a variety of species to learn how to better care for both the animals in our possession and those in the natural habitat. It also allows us to observe the way animals work. This could be helpful in saving some of them. Researchers at zoos can study animals up close. They can observe behaviors such as mating and nutrition choices. Biologists and veterinarians are also available to treat sick or injured animals. Another pro of having animals in captivity would be species preservation. People are able to breed the animals they have in captivity to keep a particular species from facing either endangerment or extinction. Those that are endangered can be bred to bring up the population numbers. Animals in captivity are also safe from poachers and hunters who want them for their bones, skins, and other products. The animals are also safe from pollution, destruction of their habitats, competition, predators, diseases, and so on. Animals such as the black soft-shelled turtle, native to India and Bangladesh, are extinct in the wild, but they survive in several zoos around the world with their health looked after by biologists.
Hello, my name is Lee Vang. So continuing on, pros of captivity will be specialization. Providing animals shelter in specialized natural habitats These allow animals that are from similar conditions and habitats to roam freely together in a setting that is similar to their natural environment, thus educating the public about the animal and how they might behave in the wild. Most zoos have specialized enclosures and habitats for specific animals. Zoos in cold climates, such as Novosibirsk, Russia, must recreate warm ecosystems for animals like lemurs. Some zoos are dedicated entirely to certain species. Aquariums are types of zoos that are exclusively houses aquatic animals. The Sydney Aquarium in Australia has exhibits of all of Australia's major water systems and is home for more than 650 native Australian species. Aviaries and bird parks are another type of specialized zoos. The Jurong Bird Park in Singapore has more than 8,000 birds of 600 species from around the world. Jurong has more than 1,000 flamingos in an African wetlands exhibit that features a daily simulated thunderstorm. Standards of care. The care for exotic and domestic animals is monitored by a variety of organizations to ensure that they are receiving the best possible care that gives them long and healthy lives. Residents of zoos are checked on regularly. Also, to acquire new animals, there are a number of procedures and hoops to jump through. Housing. If owners are unable to care for their pets, whether they are exotic or domesticated, zoos and other facilities willingly take in the animal and continue to care for it themselves. In the wild, if animals are weak and or abandoned, they are taken in and their specific habitats needs are met. This ensures that the animal's living preferences are met, allowing to live comfortably in an area it is accustomed to. Habitat destruction or limitations, animals should be taken in before complete extinction, possibly from the area. This is for the sole purpose of release once the habitat returns and is sustainable for the animal. Education. Zoos allow children and adults to observe nature in its natural habitat. Animals housed in zoos and other forms of captivity can be used to educate students and their families about how they are important to the environment they populate. From this learning experience, we can educate ourselves on how to conserve their habitats. One such zoo is the Fresno Chaffee Zoo. The Fresno Chaffee Zoo opened in 1929. An important proposition, Prop 6, was established was voted in 2004 and again in 2014. Measure 6, or Prop 6, is a 1/10 of 1% sales tax collected in Fresno County with the purpose to provide funds to repair animal exhibits and aging zoo facilities and bring back more large animal exhibits to Fresno Chaffee Zoo. The first project, with the help of Prop 6, was the Sea Lion Cove. This resulted in an increase in zoo attendance and was awarded the 2014 Exhibit Award by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. The second project it also helped was the African Adventure, which is a world-class multi-species exhibit. Fresno Chaffee Zoo provides programs in which the public is able to help the animals. One such project is Adopt an Animal. By giving a donation to sponsor an animal for 1 year, the public is able to provide the special care the animals need. There are also different money levels that the public is able to provide. The SAFE program is provided to save animals from extinction. It currently focuses on the 10 species that are considered the most endangered. Each year, for the next 10 years, 10 more species will be added to the list. This inaugural 10 species include African penguin, Asian elephant, black rhinoceros, cheetah, gorilla, sea turtles, vaquita, sharks and rays, western pond turtle, and whooping crane. The Fresno Chaffee Zoo is currently home to Asian elephants, cheetah, sharks and rays, and pond turtles in an effort to save these endangered species from extinction. It also helps in conservation. The Fresno Chaffee Zoo is home to approximately 40 species that are either endangered or extinct in the wild.
Hi, I'm Grace Manley, and I'm going to be talking about the Frozen Zoo. The Frozen Zoo is working with Zoo Atlanta, a zoo in Atlanta, Georgia. It's working in conjunction with them, and the team has already performed the extraction on Jalala, a Samaritan tiger that was euthanized at the zoo in 2010, and a clouded leopard called Moby that died in 2013. What the Frozen Zoo is it takes stem cells from animals and saves them in genetic storage containers. These containers keep cells cold in tanks of liquid nitrogen, waiting to be reprogrammed into stem cells. Cells from the skin of the sedated animals are extracted in a non-invasive procedure. Researchers can then convert those into stem cells by introducing a series of specialized reprogramming genes. From there, those stem cells can be made into sperm or eggs. This is going to help save species from extinction. The Regenerative Bioscience Center said it can make sperm from stem cells, a process that will replace current endangered species breeding techniques. With researchers say they are focused primarily in the confines of a zoo. The other zoo working on this is the San Diego Zoo, where they can take the stem cells and help save endangered species. One quote from the scientist who's heading this is, "I think the natural environment is one of those things that make life worth living." And then to conclude, what do? We've got to think about the knowledge. Educating the public about habitat destruction, poaching, and hunting of species that encourage the extinction of them. Should there be a size limit in zoos? Making sure that the animals, big or small, have a habitat that fits their needs. Should we stop animals such as orcas from being in tanks that are too small for their daily needs, and just keep zoos to animals that we can make sure they have the correct exercise and diet needs? We need to put better regulations in place, making sure that each and every installation that keeps animals in captivity have timely checkups, not only on the health, but the habitat enclosures, and also the quality of staff. Protection. Ensuring that animals are safe and purposely captured for the only benefit of research, or the animal's safety. Ensuring that they are provided a safe and comfortable environment during their stay or life. Preservation. Using correct and proper methods of preservation. Doing so in a purposeful, not harmful manner. And also, rehabilitation. Making sure the animals are receiving proper treatment and care. If their rehabilitation outcome is for release after, proceed accordingly so it is not just to keep an animal for profit. The goal of many captive breeding programs at zoos is the reintroduction of animals into the wild. The California condor, a very large bird native to the west coast of the U.S., has been reintroduced to its native habitat after breeding in zoos and wildlife parks. There are several breeding pairs of condors in California in the wild today. What is key is to create regulations where zoos are strictly non-profit and must exist solely for the protection, preservation, rehabilitation, and revitalization of a species at risk. Animals not fitting into this category should not be in zoos or aquariums. The display of animals in zoos should be a secondary purpose, with the sole purpose of educating and not entertaining the public. Thank you.